And then we have the most handsome man in Michigan, most handsome Magic player in Michigan, easily. Roger Solomon versus
maybe the most handsome Magic player, period, actually.
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
Versus Primetime Gonzalez. So the Gurk versus Green Black Rajas.
Yeah.
And worthy of mention, we were talking about Grixis Planeswalkers with Kaito. 9th on Breakers.
Oh God!
Would have made top 8 if Kyle won.
Good, Kyle! Why'd you play the Otawara? Unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable. Although Luke losing still would have probably jumped Kyle anyway. Jumped Chris anyway. His breakers were almost certainly better than Chris's because he was.
From what I hear, he had pretty crack breakers. But...
God, Kyle, why the Odo? Anyway, okay, so yeah, this is going to be a really cool matchup. The decks are somewhat unique. We've got the black-green mid-range deck.
Rajas.
There's definitely a little more fringe than say blue-black or Esper or even red-black. Really cool deck. Raja has added some new cards. We talked about Sharp-Eyed.
I'm a big fan of it. I think it's really good.
We talked about Sharp-Eyed Rookie earlier. Maybe we'll see it again in this match. Obviously, Raja added the new Eliminate, which is pretty good. And then, yeah, this is a rematch of some NRG Champs competitors here.
Did they play in the main event?
Yeah, I mean, they had to at least, well, hold on. Were they on the same side of the bracket? They were. They were on the same side of the bracket. Chris, Kyle, and Raja were all.
Oh, which means Kyle won. Kyle probably beat Raja.
I can't remember. I cannot remember. I have no idea who won that one, to be honest. But yeah, both top 8 NRG champs.
We'll have to get that. Really... Have Director Kyle ask him who won last time.
But what happened last time?
Kyle won last time.
Well, what happened last time doesn't matter anymore. Now they are playing now, and we'll see who wins now. I think this matchup's going to be really interesting. I think
now Raja knows more about the deck too.
Yeah, and I think Raja will be favored. The reason I believe that is Raja has a lot of ways to blow up artifacts post board, so I don't think Relic is very safe. Dino should be pretty reasonable post board. Raja has a pile of removal, which will line up well.
I was reading the Gurk.
Yep, he just needs to remember. Everybody, the Gurk does a lot, man. It does a lot. So it should be a great match, though. You said earlier you thought that Kyle was taking the tournament down.
I think he is.
And Raja was who, he would be the second probably. So these are.
Well, it's actually a pretty stacked top 8. You got Kyle here, Raja here, Dewey's in it too. Noah's in it. Luke Fuller, who no slouch. That red black deck is really good.
It is really good, yeah. I beat him in quarters.
I'm not sure who the 8th place player is. The guy on Blue White Soldiers. Strazzler's in there too.
Cool. Yep.
So you got 5 or 6 well-known players in there.
A lot of the Michigan grinders.
Yeah, a lot of the. Definitely, if you play Magic in Michigan, you know most of these players in here. Noah Strassler doesn't play quite as much as he used to, but if you're an older grinder, you're familiar with the Strassler brothers.
Oh yeah, you know them both.
I have gotten my butt handed to me many times by both of them.
Yep.
Many times.
Alrighty. Well, looks like we're both opening hands. Raja's hand looks awful. No lands, so he'll be mulliganing. But he's just
hold on. He might think on it. He thought on it.
He was just waiting to see what Kyle would do. It's the classic, easiest mulligan in the world, but I'm going to look at my hand and stone face my opponent and just make it seem like I might be keeping 7, but I'm not keeping 7.
You got to remember, you got to confirm, though.
You do. You do. And it looks like they're both taking a mulligan, so Kyle is going to go down to 6 as well. So we're both going down to 6. So Kyle is the higher seed.
Yeah, Kyle's on the play. That's huge in this matchup.
It is, but it also I find the play draw in standard so interesting because you do have some snowball stuff going on, but
actually I think
these mid-range decks,
Raja might have pulled a Dykeman, might have taken the draw if he had the opportunity, because I think this is more of a resource game.
It can be, and that's what I was about to say. I was about to say at Champs, the reason I only played 2 matches of standard the entire tournament was because I was typically the higher. I was typically able to veto the way the format worked. You're able to veto a format. I always vetoed standard because I felt like being on the play in standard was less of an advantage
And you were
than
always
being on the play in like any of the other formats.
being on the play in modern or
it's
Pioneer.
so broken. Turn 1 Ragavan is so much better when you're on the play.
No, Rakdos turn 1 Thoughtseize.
That but even there, like even in Pioneer, like I would in some matchups I was like choosing the draw against like blue white.
Depending.
Yeah, but specifically in modern, I really wanted to be on the play, but it's just like I felt play draw was the least impactful in standard, which would maybe seem a little weird because, like I said, there are some curves that you really want to be on the play, and I think we see one of them here from Raja. He looks like he has bat Gix. If I can see all that right, maybe there's no bat. There's definitely cut down, Gix, Glissa, some lands, Boseiju, maybe a Dread Knight. Kyle took a mull to 5, didn't he? I think that was bottling 2 cards.
I believe so.
That is not good. Not good. Inti or Rona will take a damage.
Best.
Raja has cut downs. Raja will. Oh, it's a 2-mana spell. It's a bat. He did have bat in the Gix. Oh, he'll be taking that cut down. See you later, cut down.
Yeah, Kyle's hand. Bad would be putting it lightly.
Well, yeah, when you only have 5 cards.
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, it's not great.
I mean, he does have the best card in his deck in play right now.
He does, and yeah, I mean things could go bad. I mean,
like obviously we know that the Gurk is what kills him.
The cut down was also uncastable, which is worth noting, but he could top deck a Black Source. So now Raja's making it so the bat can't die this turn. I don't think it's possible to kill bat. We have no black mana. I guess we do get 2 cards, so we could hit exactly Black Source.
That was a Plaza of Heroes.
Yeah, Plaza, pretty good. Titania.
Okay.
On tap. That is reach. Pretty good. So maybe Raja was actually thinking about taking Titania because of the reach.
Ooh.
That's a good draw. Anoint with Affliction, pretty nice.
But
Raja made his play.
I don't think Raja has another Black Source in hand. I think the other card in hand's a Boseiju.
Okay, which is okay because he can play Glissa. Oh, that's a Black Source.
Oh, there's a Black Source.
But he just play Glissa. I like Glissa here, which I think is what he's going to do. Yeah. Set up for next turn. But it does leave. Oh my God, that's a Relic of Legend. Okay, he's going to get rid of it. I think he's a little too resource light for that to matter, which I think I agree with. He really wants to find removal. Black Source.
I saw that was a Glissa that he drew.
Okay, which he can cast, which then gives him black mana. Okay, second Rona makes sense.
That's a Jace the Perfected Mind.
Oh,
which does trigger the Rona.
Neg 3 neg 0, by the way, so we can just make that Glissa and not do anything. Raja's is like this is becoming a game. Kyle's draws have been nice. That's what Rona does for you.
She does smooth out.
This is again, we talked about how well Kyle knows his deck. I mean, he's really getting rewarded for it, right? Because he even I was saying maybe I'd keep the Relic, but Kyle said no, not good enough. I don't need the mana right now. I got to find some stuff that matters.
He doesn't have the channel lands, doesn't have the Gurk. It's just
a little too resource light for it to be good right now. So he's gonna wait, see if he can find another one. Raja has some tough calls to make here.
I think he could start killing creatures.
He could.
He has the Anoint with Affliction, right? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, he does have Anoint with Affliction. He's debating if he wants to put more threats into play. He could play Gix. But
wouldn't be bad.
No, it wouldn't. But he's really wondering.
But it doesn't do anything. The Glissa doesn't do anything this turn. So the Gix is just 3 mana for a 3/3.
It's a really tricky spot right now. Tricky spot. He might anoint the. He's gonna lose life, draw card. Makes sense. He's gonna do this and then probably anoint the Rona. He's probably had enough of this. The thinning, the manipulation is just too good. He needs to put an end to this. And Raja definitely. And that Preacher was a nice draw. Still gets to hold the Boseiju in hand too, which is really nice because that will eventually convert
Could just
on a
put
Relic.
The Dread Knight into play. But I think the Anoint with Affliction is more important.
I think we got to get the Rona out of here. This is just getting ridiculous. This is too much manipulation going on. He's thinking about it. It's tough. It's
really tough.
He wants to get on the board so he can pressure the Jace. So it's tricky. And Raja definitely having himself a think here. What do we do? He decides to anoint, which I definitely agree with. That is enough. Kyle did not even activate the Rona. Wild. That is
tells you how good the card in hand is.
That is not great for
that was a Raja. Relic of Legend.
Relic plus Inti.
Inti, yep.
Yeah. Jace is gonna plus again on Glissa. I think we're just going to Relic plus Inti here. That will tap down. That will tap down the legend, or so it won't be able to block the bat. So the Gix is going to be really good for Raja here, but I do think this is the right play. I think Raja's list only plays like 2 Gix too, so it's like, ooh. I think we get the Gix down first, but we'll see.
I think we still have Raja's list here.
Raja having himself a thought here. No, he's gonna.
What card are we looking for?
We are looking for how many copies of Gix Raja
2
plays. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, gotta attack. Draw a card, and we get to play a Dread Knight here. Lose life draw. There's Shieldred. Not great.
No, not the best.
No,
but...
Raja's hand's a little awkward. I'm not gonna lie. Definitely, and Raja has to probably Boseiju this Relic of Legends too. Like, I think it's gonna be what he does, but it's really okay. He's thinking about if he even wants to channel it. He might just play the land and play the 2-drop from the Adventure Zone. Yep, that's what he's gonna do. He says you can have your Relic. This is a dangerous spot for Raja. This is not.
I think that was a Takenuma.
Yeah, which is not too expensive. He's got to tap differently than that. He has to tap differently than that.
Yeah, he used to get black.
Yep. Somebody make him tap differently. There it is. Yep. Okay, cool. Not good. Not good hits. I guess
just pick the Rona back up, though.
Oh, it does. It does get to pick the Rona back up, which he'll do.
And he does get to play the Takenuma.
He also gains 4 life.
Yeah.
Worth noting.
Get to play the Takenuma, then play the Rona. Not in too bad of a spot.
No, yeah, we get a plus on Glissa again. Keep invalidating Glissa. The Inti can't attack right now, which is... Oh, what did we exile to Inti?
It was a second Takenuma.
Oh, nice. Okay. So a land drop.
Yep.
Nice. Very good.
So we just get to make our land drop. And just get to... We'll lose a life to cast this Rona, but...
we have Plaza. We can just tap Plaza.
Oh, sure.
We could also tap a creature.
I think I leave the Plaza up.
Yeah.
Because you get to now use it as a protection.
Oh, yeah, because we have 3 creatures. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yep. Okay. Well, what a weird game. I feel like Raja is like slightly ahead, but it is not by much. There is just a Jace ticking away, and that thing eventually does just mill your deck.
I mean, it's only 18 cards right now.
Yeah, but every turn it ticks up, it's 3 more, and it just gets to keep doing that for a while. Raja really... I mean, I guess like the Dread Knight is kind of a free attack into it because you want it to die. Like actively want the card to die because then you just get to go on an adventure again. And Raja, he's a smart guy. He knows that's what he wants. Yep. And Kyle...
Going face.
Face, okay. I would have expected to go at
face
the Jace.
The place.
Interesting.
Yep, take the free block.
Okay.
But it's not... I mean, it's free, but it's not really free, right?
It did not really matter where he sent it, I guess, because that was always going to happen. Okay.
Takenuma, okay. So now we can do that in Shieldred.
We could. I don't know that he'll do that yet. This is... What a game, man. That is very interesting. I think we have to adventure the guy... Oh, he already did that, didn't he?
Yes,
Yeah,
he already did.
The guy. I think I would go Tapland Preacher here. We'll see if he does that, but that is an option here for Raja. That's what I would do. We'll see what he does. Okay, nope, he's going to jam Children. Okay. I would have gone Tapland Preacher, but no idea if it was right or not. Raja wants to... Oh, my God, that's an Otawara. Pretty good. Pretty good. I guess Raja wanted to, like, shut off the Rona nonsense. Yeah, this play makes sense. I believe we're not Otawaraing the Shoulder first, but get a trigger. I guess this makes the exile more interesting because we hit a... Okay, well, that's our land drop. Just so many triggers on this board. It's so ridiculous.
You could bounce the...
Bat and get... What is under there? A cut down? It doesn't do anything.
You could bounce the... Bat and then plus on the Gix to get it in range of cut down.
Yeah, the old okay, he's just gonna do this. Trigger these. I think it's totally fine. Don't hate that at all. Exile another card. Play this one. Into life. Still have Jace. Plus Jace on Glissa. Dude, how stupid is this game? This is ridiculous.
This Jace is buying so much time.
Well, really, I mean, the impressive thing about this game is, yeah, I mean, Kyle is actually like had more resources in this game than Raja by a pretty significant amount now. The Inti has dug very far. The Ronas have dug deep. Yeah, not a good spot. Raja is like falling behind. This is scary. Yeah, time to read Jace. Okay, that mills how many cards?
21.
All right, a lot of them. Yep.
Half your deck, basically.
And Raja has already seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 cards. So it's mill almost half his library now. And Raja just goes land, stuff, go. Draw, take 2. But
we need to find Gurk.
We will eventually. Oh boy, he's tapping land. Oh, buddy.
Baby.
And it triggers that, and that triggers that, and
Gurk.
Uh-oh. Raja is in trouble, and we gain a total of 2 lands. 2 lands, 4 life, gain 2 more. Yeah, and the Gurk, and now things get very bad because we have the Otawara, we have multiple Takanumas, and I think, barring something weird, I guess Gix's command could be interesting.
And we can still make our land drop, which would be the Dark Slick, but
yeah, he's, I guess, thinking here about if he wants to minus Jace and get cards. I think he should just keep plussing, but
I'm of the opinion to keep plussing.
But I think the reason he would consider not plussing is because if his Gurk gets removed, then he just gets Otawara back. So the Glissa doesn't actually matter attacking. It's pretty wild. The Preacher doesn't matter that much right now either because it doesn't draw a card. It only makes a 1/1 because Kyle has so much life. Yeah, he's minusing. It's mill 3. Oh, the mill like triggers Gurks and okay, he didn't mill any land. Or did he mill land? I have no idea. I don't even know. I think that's
couldn't tell you.
Shielded trigger maybe. Another. Oh baby, and here we go. And this is where we start going off. We got Otawara and 2 Takanumas. Oh my lord, dude! I mean, how good is this deck when it's doing its thing, man? What a gross deck. Yep, and Raja knows it. He knows that this is really bad for him. Yep, another exile. That one enters untapped. Let's play that one instead. And that's why Kyle did not play the Dark Slick yet, as he thought a untapped land would matter, and it obviously does.
I don't know about tapping this Plaza of Heroes though.
Yeah,
that seems like a misstep.
He figured it out. Yeah. Yep. Tap a creature, Takanuma, triggers, trigger Inti, triggered. How stupid is this? How many triggers have we had in this turn? I mean, if you just like, there's another. Yep, more. 2 more triggers there. We can like tap it for mana, pick it up, do more land shenanigans. This is crazy. I mean, it just keeps going. Like he has so many more actions to perform before this turn's over. It's absurd. It's just crazy, dude. Yeah, let's not. Yeah,
let's just leave the Plaza untapped.
Not get too crazy here. You just got to think. I mean, there's just so many options available.
If you use your creatures, to tap and leave the Plaza up, you're able to hold up.
Yeah, you do want to have blockers. Okay, is that a Glissa?
Yeah, it's a Glissa. Yep.
Holy hell. Well, was that a good turn? I don't know.
And now the Slogger can block the Glissa and then bounce itself.
Yeah, the Glissa. I mean, yeah, this is
Glissa is completely invalidated.
The board is just completely clogged up. Not to mention, Kyle has 4 mana here. He can tap Gurk for mana, remove counters, bounce it, get back Takanuma, Otawara, and just do all of it again with Titania in play, mind you. It's just crazy.
I think Raja's
dead.
He's too far behind.
Very dead. I don't even think it's close. His hand doesn't do anything either. He's got a land and Shieldreds. So I guess he could spin Gix and try to get removal, but really, I mean, it doesn't matter because we can Gurk and get back Otawara, protect our stuff. I mean, it's just, I have no idea what he does. I mean, just crazy. It's another game where we saw the mid-range deck have a pretty good draw, and Kyle mulled to 5. I guess Raja might kick himself after this game that he didn't take Titania instead of the cut down, because that Titania being a reacher just made the Bat Gix not relevant, and that's really where things fell apart. So it's
another bat, but the bat doesn't do anything. We know what's in Kyle's hand.
It doesn't do anything when all your spells are lands. Can't take an Otawara with that one. Yep, and Raja
Raja is definitely getting gurked on.
Raja sees the writing on the wall and just picks them up. And
that was a wild game, because Raja for a while looked like he was slowly getting ahead.
A couple potential missteps from Raja that game. Obviously, we talked about the taking the cut down versus the Titania. Maybe that was a mistake, but also playing the Beseiju and not just Besejuing the Relic may have cost him quite a bit too, because that was a lot of mana.
It's huge. If you take the Relic out of that game, it's vastly different.
Yeah. So this deck is the Gurk deck's just so hard to play against, man. It's just
Director Kyle's gonna put some backup on, and so we get to see Raj takes a little time to sideboard.
Yeah, I mean, I bet he's going to. I mean, we're in a top 8.
Whoa, what happened to the camera here?
Hello.
Hello.
Is that a Sigarda in this guy's hand? That's a Sigarda. You got a domain player playing Sigarda? Pretty sure. Wild.
Oh, I was wrong. He wasn't on Soldiers. He's on Domain.
Domain, Mr. Domain. All right.
And this is the one that Mr. Huizinga did beat earlier in the event.
Yeah, it's a very, very good matchup for Blue-Black. Hopefully Noah has a Spell Pierce in hand here. This is going to be pretty bad for him. Oh, hold on. There's not another land in that hand. And Domain actually doesn't play that many untapped lands.
What do we got? Depopulate, 2 Sunfalls,
Invasion,
and
the Angel.
Sigarda, which is whatever.
If Noah doesn't have a removal spell, he probably has to take Sigarda. But the way he's tanking, I would assume he does not have Spell Pierce.
Take the Depopulate. Yep, that's what's going to happen. Doesn't have the counter spell, so you got to take the Depopulate.
Yep. It's a very obvious I do not have a Spell Pierce in my hand play. But that's fine.
Three mana. Stomper, okay. Yeah.
Pretty annoying draw. If you're Noah, it's a land and a creature later. So just actively better than a tap land there. But it is worse than untap land Sigarda, probably. So it's all right. But definitely a little annoying.
Yeah, it says that Domain's up a game. I'm not sure. Okay, they removed that. Okay. Noah is up a game.
Okay. I figured Noah was up a game because he had 3 lands and this guy just went to his turn 4. So he was on the play. Assumed it was game 2, so makes sense. All right, so got another pain land, I think, maybe a marsh. Doesn't really matter. Your life total is very irrelevant in this matchup, so it could be that literal mana confluence garbage we saw on camera earlier. It'd still be good enough, but Brand Portal, whatever the heck the name of that card is.
God. You're still salty about that card.
I hate that card. I cannot believe that card does what it does.
Usually it after.
Dude, usually there's like power creep on cards. That card is just so bad. It's like take mana confluence and just make it 10 times worse. Make it enter tapped after turn 2. Make it only pick 1 color. I'm just so like why did they even put those words on that card? Isn't it like you just make it so bad? I'll tell you what you can't do here if you're Matthew. You cannot play Invasion. Invasion is by far the worst play in the hand, because if you Invasion and Noah has Tidebinder, that is the best play in the matchup, in my opinion, is when your opponent spends 4 mana to do nothing.
That would be rather embarrassing.
Yeah. 4 mana, do nothing, and your opponent gets a 3/2.
He's bringing the Sigarda to the front.
Yeah, that's probably the best play here. Plays around Negate. Plays around Spell Pierce. Usually there's only like 2 go for the throats in your opponent's deck post board, so that's typically what there it is. I don't know how many.
Okay, here we go.
And the Mastermind, which signifies to me that Noah very likely has counterspell because he would not be putting that into play.
Not when he knows 2 Sunfalls.
When there's a million sweepers. So gate for you.
Bang.
1324 maybe. That's what it looks like. So land.
And if Matthew misses this land drop this turn, and Noah gets the opportunity to just make a token,
he has depop, so he has a play.
He doesn't have depop anymore. Noah took it.
Oh, that's right, because he had go for the throat for the angel. What is this? Another bat, maybe? Another damage. Sure, it wasn't a pain land. It's so irrelevant, but keep those life totals in correct order here. Schooner. Okay, yep, Schooner. Yep. All right. Well, not the worst.
That's a tap. Oh no, that's
another Sigarda. Probably good. It lines up well into most things. Huh. You know, if I'm Noah, I know this is weird. I would not have played the Schooner there, and probably would have. This is a spot where I would have left up the Mastermind activation because this would have been a really good turn to end step, draw 2 cards, you draw 1. I think.
I could see that.
Yeah, don't think the Schooner did a whole lot. We also had might. We had make a might if we wanted to. So there's tap land. Good land, definitely. What's Noah got now? What does he have? Thinking.
I just think making a might would have been better than the Schooner.
And
that's what I was saying. If Matthew missed on anything, he just make a might and then it's a 3-turn clock.
I would have done the draw cards just because, like, he's down to 2 cards. He doesn't have that many resources anymore. He needs resources because Matthew has good cards in his hand.
He just needs land.
We have to counter them. Yeah, it's a ticking time bomb for when Matt is going to find that land. So you need to just, like, find your counter spells and just punish the 5-mana commitments. And land, like, untapped lands are good for Noah because he could go counterspell, then Mastermind again, and then you just accumulate.
Noah clearly is representing that he has a counter.
Yeah, he has
He's
one.
Tapping out to play
he has. His last card is certainly a counter, no question. It's a tap land.
Souls.
Oh, untapped land is huge because now we can start jamming those Sunfalls. And yet, this is why, this is why I would have liked drawing a card in turn before, because now, we basically have 2 additional cards. We would have more resources. We could maybe get through all these sweepers. Whereas now, next turn, we get to see the top 3 cards. Basically, we're gonna have our draw step, and then I guess we do get a Preacher attack too. We're gonna have our draw step, Preacher attack, and then a Fairy Mind, Mastermind activation. So we do get to see 4 cards, and hopefully one of those 4 cards is another counterspell. But we could have seen 6. And I would rather see 6 cards than 4 cards.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So. It's kind of weird.
Thinking about
I don't know.
I would, if I hit my 5th land drop, I just slam Sunfall.
I was about to say the same thing. I'm a man who loves to tank, but not a tank spot. You just play your card.
He's only got 1 castable spell in hand.
Yeah.
Just slam it. Well, he's got the invasion, but we know he's not going to be playing the invasion.
I guess that's what he's thinking about. Which makes almost no sense to me.
Maybe he's thinking his Sigarda is more important.
He's literally going to cast invasion. That is crazy. Noah just lets this resolve. You don't even counter this. That card doesn't matter. That is wild to me, but whatever. Yeah, that's weird. A weird play. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, now we just lose to 1 counterspell, right?
Pretty much.
I guess no, we have the Sigarda holding back and forward, so maybe we don't. But the problem is this just gives Mastermind more time to do its thing. Because now next turn,
being a 4/4 is,
I will say what this does,
and the Topiary Stomp can attack now too.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Topiary Stomp now attacks invasion.
I actually think this is actually. I would say that Matthew's in a pretty good spot now.
Yeah, actually.
Because Topiary Stomper's pressure.
It is. It also can block. What's going on? Did Noah cut his deck?
He can look at the top card of his deck at any time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that
he
makes
can cast
sense.
humans and angels off the top.
It's so funny, dude. Okay. Cool, I guess.
And I don't believe. Let me check the Sigarda's text. Yeah, Noah could not. Even if he had a way to interact with the invasion on board, he couldn't.
Noah is gonna block and give Matt
depopulate.
Depop. Interesting. Okay. I would have blocked with the Schooner there. In fact, I probably would have double blocked. We could have crewed Schooner and double blocked with Bat plus Schooner and then killed the Stomper. And then still lost our Bat. But if we were going to block at all, that was probably the right block. What is going on here? Noah thinking about his stuff. It's a Gix. Probably a Gix. Yeah. Pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. Well, send the house. There's got to be a send the house spot. There's no shot I'm not sending the house here.
Yep.
Trigger.
Draw 3.
Lose. Oh, first lose life, draw a card off Preacher. Then, I assume Topiary will trade here. I'm a goof. I didn't realize our opponent didn't send the Topiary last turn. I don't think.
Yeah, he did.
Did he?
Yeah.
What do we block the Topiary with? The Bat? No, we blocked Sigarda with Bat. I don't think he attacked with Topiary.
Why wouldn't he attack with Topiary?
I don't know, but I don't think he did. Well, probably because the double block that I just talked about. That Noah couldn't have made that double block on the flyer. I'm just a goof. Yeah, not noticing that Schooner does not have flying. So, all right. Yep.
Draw 2.
Okay, and we know that Noah is representing a counterspell. We don't know which one. I guess the way Matt played the game, he did play around Spell Pierce somewhat well. But if it was Spell Pierce, Noah may have countered the invasion. Because then, like, why would you let it resolve if you're going to kill your Pierce like that? But
yeah, the Pierce just becomes so irrelevant.
Yeah, you would certainly counter. So, all right, well, here we go. There is a Cavern, right? Cavern on Angel, but now we're repping Tidebinder too. So, what I'm talking about with this this blue-black deck, man, it's just like it is always representing so much. It's so hard to play against it when it has open mana. Well, we do have an Up the Beanstalk here. Beanstalk's a really good start if we don't want to play around Spell Pierce, but we could play around Spell Pierce by Sunfalling first. Kind of tricky.
If he ever sees the attracts on top of the library, he can just cast off the top.
Yeah, that's wild. Same with the Kicker Angel too. Would be really nice here.
Oh, yeah, that'd be nice too.
I would argue that one's actually a lot better because it would just kill the Bat, give you that back, kill this, uncounterable, and then all your angels have hexproof. Other angels, at least besides this one, so you can't even get the thing out of the way. Would really stem the bleeding. Yeah, interesting spot. This Sigarda's pretty cool. Very unusual. Not a normal card at all, see in Domain, but I was talking to this guy before the tournament. He was really excited about this Sigarda, so has looked pretty good this game. Definitely holding the fort down. Attack, yeah.
Probably attacking the invasion.
Attack the invasion. It flips. Now that's weird to me if we're about to cast a sweep. Oh, you know what?
I don't think we are casting a sweeper.
Yeah, this gives him more mana. What are we doing? We're gonna... What did this play around? I don't know what this really played around at all.
Looks like he put the Sunfall to the front.
Yeah. Okay, a little confused, but okay. Well, it resolves, so Noah just did not have a counter. Maybe he just wanted a bigger token, I guess.
Perhaps.
I guess. That's the only logic to that. Strange. Very strange. Maybe he didn't know that the land would... All right, well, that is a huge sequence there because... What is happening? Oh, he cycled. Oh, he floated mana off the thing he flipped. Okay, so he does get to play a land. Because he did it this way, he does get to play a land and then play the bean. And it's... Yeah, we'll see what happens here. Yeah, I think Noah's like in a little bit of trouble, but he does have a manland and this Schooner. So if Noah... Yeah, I don't know. Weird
Looks
name,
like Kyle Primetime Gonzalez
won.
He won.
Apparently, he has the handsomest Magic player's number
He's
here.
got his number.
Yeah,
he's got his number.
Young Kyle.
Everyone's got somebody's number.
Just smoking me and Raja since he was 19 years old.
Everyone's got somebody's number.
But Kyle's very good. You called him as the winner of the tournament.
I really think he's going to be the one that wins.
I would not be shocked, honestly.
All right. Steven's stepping away just for a moment, so it's just me in the booth. Untapping. I believe Noah's got 5 cards in hand. Like that. One mana up, so the Schooner, we could play creature and then crew Schooner and get some damage in. And we can just activate the man land. Which both would be good options for Noah.
All right. Let's see what's going on here. So it looks like the flipped incubate token, or
nope. He's got 1 mana up. So I was just saying how any 1 mana creature would be good to flip to crew the Schooner and then maybe the man land.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good
pushing a lot of damage.
Good way to win. You can also make a might off Murex and crew. It's looks like maybe what he's thinking about.
Doesn't look like Noah. Just a brief look at his hand. I don't think he's got a counterspell. I saw a Gex, but
yeah, he allowed the okay. Still pretty good here, right? You can fire up the man land. Oh, he's got something else. Creature, crew.
But he knows his opponent has a second copy of Sunfall.
It's true. Yeah, surprising to play it this way then.
And depopulate.
Yeah. What's happening?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Oh, binding. Maybe? Does he have Shieldred's good. That's really good. Almost best possible. Okay.
So now we force our opponent to depop.
Yep. Yeah, I think this turn. Did he trigger the Gix? Draw the card? He did.
Yep.
I think if I'm in Noah's spot there, I would have gone.
Could just
Gix.
Yeah, just Gix, crew.
Fire up manland. Yeah. Attack with both. Deal you 7. Lose 2, draw 2. You could also do the trick of see a card I don't like on top, mill 4. I guess you have to pick the target right away, so I guess you couldn't do that, I don't think, but not something I've had come up. I've cut Schooner from my deck, so not a play pattern I'm super used to. Yeah, ironically here, the bean is like kind of awkward. Matt actually needs to Sunfall first here, so that way he can depop once Shieldred's in play because he doesn't want to take 2 from casting a spell. So this one needs to be Sunfall. Yeah, so got a Sunfall here. Draw your card now. Pretty good. Yeah, 3 mana. What does that mean? Topiary Stomper? Why are we playing Topiary? Okay.
We're curious why we're playing Topiary at this point.
I am too. Yep. Weird, because we're about to Sunfall.
Yeah, I mean, you'd want to wipe the board.
Now we can't Sunfall. We could depop, but it wouldn't make much sense.
I mean, you can still, with this, you can flip the incubated token, but then it dies to a future board wipe.
Yeah, kind of weird, but go. Okay. Interesting. So he does have 2 blockers, but he's just, the problem is Gix can spin now too. Like, this is not great because now we're I don't know. There are a lot of risks with this play. I'm very, very curious.
He
does have good blockers.
How many are you Gixing for? 2? 3?
Well, we get to attack with Preacher. That's free. It's a draw. Lose 1, draw 1.
So you can do 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Do you hold the Shieldred or do you just?
Probably would hold the Shieldred, yeah. We'll see what Noah decides to do. I don't know what the other 2 cards are, obviously, either. So it's an interesting spot. An Otawara? Might be an Otawara in his hand. That's a pretty sick one, actually. We can bounce the Incubate token. This is like really good attacks at that point. We have a Legend, too. It makes 3 mana. Yeah, a lot of options. Let's see what Noah goes with. Again, I would say Noah's draw this game's been pretty bad. But I would say Cole's sequencing has been kind of interesting too. I feel like Domain honestly probably should have won this game, but the mastermind not activating was it's been a weird game. There have been a lot of interesting choices, but I'll see what Noah decides. Up a game, so he certainly has a little more room for error, but it's a good matchup. But we'll see what he decides to do. Thinking about it. Let's fire up Manland Otawara. If I'm right on the Otawara, he is crew with Gix. Fire up Manland, attack all, Otawara bounce incubate token, and then your opponent has to trade with your Manland. And then you deal just there. Not even flipping the incubate token. We're just gonna chump block, apparently.
I mean, and that would make sense if he's going to be
you're going to sweep.
He's going to sweep. Yeah.
You know you're going to sweep. It's like fine. Oh, he thought it traded. He forgot it had a counter, I guess. Whatever. It doesn't matter. You're about to sweep the table.
It really doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's really. Who cares? Just put it in your yard.
He knows it's going to sweep the table.
It's like whatever. Yeah. You don't need to. Yeah. You don't. It doesn't matter, man. It just does not matter. If I'm Noah here, what are we doing? Are we spinning the Gix that we're going here? He's thinking about it, I think. Trax would be pretty hot. It's always hot. Is this deck? Something else. Are we going to play Shieldred? No way we're playing Shieldred into the Sunfall, right? It doesn't make any sense.
Unless we have Counterspell.
Well, then it would make sense. Does he have negate over there? I'm going to negate the Depop, I guess. Not really.
Does he have enough mana to Depop and
that's a good question. I don't know.
And Sunfall?
I have no idea.
9 mana?
9 mana? He needs 9? He has at least 8. Oh, we'll find out in a minute. If I'm Noah, I definitely just leave up make 2 mites there.
So 1, 2, 3.
I'll draw. You go to 8.
6, 9. He's got 9 mana.
Okay. Yep. This has been
he
weird.
Had negate plus make disappear. Makes sense.
Yeah, I know one of his cards is a land. I'll tell you that much. One's a negate. Okay. Yeah, I would not have played Children into this board, especially after attacking too. But yeah, pretty easy Depop.
Start with the Depop.
Yeah, you start with Depop from Cole. It gets negated. Then
do we have enough white mana?
Oh, that
we don't
is
have enough white mana.
The white mana constriction. Yep. And this is why Topiary last turn was just so bizarre.
Well, he could have Topiary and got a white source.
Oh yeah, we got a mountain, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh.
He might. Yeah. If it's negate, then he can't cast second board wipe.
Yep. Wow, what a bizarre game this was.
There we go.
Yeah, just reluctantly tap it and lose to the obvious counterspell.
Negate.
Yeah, dead on board. Just totally dead on board. Not even close.
Well, I mean, we could flip.
Yeah, but
he doesn't know that he's dead.
I mean, yeah, you're at.
He can
6.
flip the incubate.
There's a manland though. I mean, this is
just
just
let him figure it out.
Just complete lethal. It's not even close. Shieldred's also a guaranteed 4 damage. Oh, cast Nissa, lose 4 more life. Trigger Bean, draw a card, lose more life. Oh, he did disappear. It. He did have to make disappear too. Well, it was all beat.
Yeah,
it was all beat.
He had it up.
That explains the obvious Shieldred then. To
he was just navigating it to perfectly have the counter magic.
Unbeatable hand there, I think, almost. Yeah, okay. Well, shocker. Domain loses to blue black mid.
Second time. Noah's got Matthew's number.
It's not close. The matchup is not close. Blue black has to get like quite unlucky to lose, I think. And probably play bad too. I mean, it's just like it's awful. I mean, it's almost like this is probably a little aggressive, but I would say it's almost as bad as like Toxic and Mono Red for Domain, because like the blue black deck has like it just like is pretty good at like kind of like getting through its deck and like drawing cards, and typically it's just going to have the stuff it needs. Whereas like at least Mono Red and Toxic, like sometimes they have bad awkward draws. Like blue black hardly ever has bad awkward draws. Like I don't know. I just think that's a really bad matchup for Domain. So not shocked to see Noah taking that one there. So Yeah, at least two Switch members now in top 4,
Yep.
right? Do we know how Dewey did?
No.
Okay, well.
No, we don't.
Okay.